Really? Hello, everybody.
Hey.
How you doing?
How's
Thank
it
you for
going?
joining us here on Let's Talk Right Now.
We're back.
We are back.
I mean, I'm back.
Yeah, I wasn't here last week, but I've been here before.
Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Full effect. How's everybody doing out there? Say hello to someone,
We
tag,
miss
share,
you guys.
invite them into the conversation because it is time to talk right now.
Let's go.
That's it. Baby, look good.
Thanks.
See you right there. I'm not looking at my phone. Promise I'm not looking
You
at my
were
phone.
looking at your phone.
Well, I'm not. I can
Okay.
see it, but I'm not looking at it.
Okay.
So how have you been? We've missed you.
Really?
Yes.
A lot or a little?
Yeah, I got comments, people saying, where's Pastor E? Where's Pastor E?
Well, I was out not feeling well. And listen, I'm like for real ride or die. So if I don't show up to something, it's because I'm out for the count, which is rare. Okay. Then I have a good comeback, but I was out for the count. And then I think I was maybe out of town or something. So my G filled in for me that one
She
episode.
filled in a couple of weeks ago.
Shout out to Galena.
She
my
did. We had a
amazing
great
daughter.
time.
That's what I heard.
Had a great time. She was a great conversation. She got to share.
She was a great conversation.
Yeah.
She was a great conversationalist.
She was a great conversation
Oh, okay.
because it was all about her. So she was a great conversation.
Love
We
it.
had great conversation
Okay.
with her. Back in school, back in full effect, all things going well. Did I say something interesting?
No.
The microphone's right there.
Oh my
So
goodness.
look, literally no space. You see? No space between us.
I got some good space. See,
See, I don't.
Pink.
Right there.
because you got my mic.
Right on it. I got the
Boo.
puffy mic.
You got a puffy mic.
I got the puffy. I got a question for you.
Okay. I didn't get to tag or share nobody.
I didn't either. You told me not to look at my phone. So, what is your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, that's a good question. I like to bake actually. But I guess you're asking me about cooking.
Yeah, I asked you cook. I mean, I was going to go back and say, do you like to bake or do you like to cook? But I know the answer to that.
Yes.
So, I didn't ask that. I asked a different question. What is your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook is probably going to be my zucchini or what do you call that? How did I forget?
I don't know. The eggplant?
The eggplant, yes. The eggplant or zucchini pasta, like the pizza, the lasagna that I make.
The eggplant lasagna?
Eggplant lasagna, eggplant zucchini. Like, well, because
Took a long way to come back
No,
to
because
that.
it's both. It's like I use zucchini or I use eggplant. I think I actually like it better with zucchini. I don't know. It's my favorite thing to make. It's my favorite thing to make because I love it. I think it tastes delicious, and everybody else seems to like it. So
I
far.
enjoyed it. It's really, really good.
So it's a winner.
I want to say hi to Sam Davila, all the way in Orlando. Thank you for joining us today.
Tell Andrea I love her.
Yeah, tell her.
She's not watching.
Tell Andrea she loves her.
I love you, Andrea.
But yeah, I just seen Sam on there, so I wanted to give him a shout out and say hello. But I want to also make it a point to let everyone know. Send us your questions if you have any questions that you'd like to ask. We've been Pastor E and we weren't here last week. She wasn't here the week before. So you might just have a question just burning a hole in your chest right now. Get the fire extinguisher, put out the fire and send your question. We would love to be able to get to your questions and have that opportunity to interact together with you.
Come on.
That's what Let's Talk Right Now is all about. It's us letting you in to have an opportunity to be together with us, to ask the questions you would want to ask. You could ask questions about life. You could ask questions about relationships. You could ask questions about ministry. You can ask questions about discipleship. You can ask questions about addiction. You can ask questions about anything you want.
Okay.
You can literally ask, just don't ask us for our phone numbers. Because that we're not going to do. However, you can ask any question you'd like to ask, and we would love to be able to answer those. Rick Rodriguez, what's up, man?
Are you
How are you
tagging
doing?
Did
Huh?
you tag people?
No.
Dang.
I'm not cheating.
Where's all my peoples at?
I'm just saying hi to people. I didn't tag anyone, but Ricky, how are you doing? Say hello to your lovely wife for us. Want to say hello to them.
What's going on?
I love seeing people I know.
Yeah.
How do you respond when you see someone who knows you that you don't remember?
Wow, you're gonna just make me say it.
You want to ask me? I'll be. If you,
No.
I won't put you out there like that.
No, that's fine.
But I can't ask me the question. I gotta ask you. I can't.
It happens a lot, and not because I don't like. I know a lot of people, and I think, but maybe people will see us preaching somewhere, maybe through the pageant stuff I've done, the speaking stuff we do. So I greet people. I know you're gonna say, so I'm not gonna steal what I know you're gonna say. I think I just genuinely will greet people with like just a happy hello, love, and then I'll just say if it's hey, remind me where we know each other from, or I don't shy away from telling somebody that I may or may not remember their name, or pretend like I only know them. I mean, if it's like a quick brief, we're passing by, like, hey, how are you? And they recognize me or something. I'm like, hi, how are you? Because it could just be that they're being friendly. Usually it's they're being friendly because they do know me and I don't recognize who they are or know who they are, rather. But if I'm gonna stop and engage with somebody and they're having a full-fledged conversation with me, I'm gonna ask, hey, remind me, where do we know each other from? I know that's so awkward for a lot of people. So we're like, oh yeah, like they talk to each other like they've known each other. Because you'd be like, who is that? I was like, I don't know. I just love on people, regardless.
It's pretty smooth.
I mean, because it's the truth. Like I'm still gonna be kind to whoever says hi to me.
Ask me.
What do you do when somebody that doesn't know you goes up to you?
No, someone you don't remember.
Someone you don't remember. Well, what if I don't know them? I don't know that I don't remember them. I don't think I know them.
I specifically like someone who comes up to you knows you who you don't know. You don't remember them.
I don't think that happens very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember everyone?
I remember a person's face more than I remember their name.
Yeah, but when I say remember someone, it's face and name.
Oh, well, if I remember.
If someone says, hey, Javi, I'm like, what's up, Carl? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, but if I'm like, hey,
like their face, but you don't remember their name?
Yeah, or either, it doesn't matter.
That usually doesn't happen very often to me.
See, if you don't remember, you don't remember.
I usually do remember because I intentionally practice people's names. I'm a nerd, and I feel like everybody's going to make fun of me.
It happens to me.
Because I'm super intentional with everything I do, that I try to remember people's names. It's something I've learned 15-ish years ago.
I have a rule, personal rule, and it has worked flawlessly for me.
I want to know what y'all do out there.
Yeah, I want to know too.
How do you act shady?
We do have a question we got to get to in a second.
I love it.
But I have a rule. Okay. And I've kept that rule for the majority of my adult life, and I broke the rule the other day, and I'll never break the rule again because it was awkward when I broke it.
You didn't greet them with the same intensity.
Yeah, I didn't match their energy.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
And so, like, whenever someone sees me, I match the energy. Hey, I'm like, what's up? Like, same thing right back. I'm going to give it out to you the same way you're shooting it out to me. Like, I think that helps.
What'd you do?
Then my second rule, there's layers. It's the rule. Match the energy. Number 2, ask context questions. Like, how is everyone doing? I always say that. How's everybody doing in your circle? Because usually someone will mention a name, and when they mention another name, you can start to bring out what's their name.
You don't be like, so where do we know each other?
No. How's everybody doing? Just really, really roundabout. Like, it's just around the house.
Know Pastor Secret. So
yeah, I'll give it up to you. It's okay. Like, so that way, if I ever ask you that question, just tell me your name. Help me. You know what I mean? Because in my brain, I'm scrambling, right? And then my third rule is end the conversation. I just tried to walk away. All right, I gotta go. We'll see you later. Like, because I don't want for it to go on and then I get discovered. Because I just feel like it hurts people's feelings when you don't remember them. Like, that's the real reason.
But maybe if you say,
I don't want people to be embarrassed.
Does it hurt your feelings out there? Put in the comment.
Does it hurt your feelings when people don't remember you and you remember? Because if you're that excited to see me, I feel like I'm supposed to remember who you are. You know what I mean?
But sometimes people are excited to see you because they've never met you, but they've maybe been following you. And
I just assume that's because they
heard
know
you
me.
preach
Yeah.
or
I
something.
just erred to the side of caution.
Okay.
But the other day, there was a friend of mine who had there was a young lady with him, and she was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Hi, how are you?" She said, do you remember me?" I said, "I do not. I'm so sorry. Who are you?" And then she told me who she was, and I still didn't remember. Like she told me who she was with conviction.
For
like,
shame,
Yeah. So
Pastor
I'll
Jay,
never break
for
my
shame.
rule again. I would just, of course I remember you.
Don't lie.
Somewhere. Hey, in my long-term memory, your memory never forgets. You might not remember.
We could pull out like an episode of like Inside Out, like that whole part of
Yes.
your core memory. Maybe it's in the very lost, forgotten place.
Yeah. Match the energy. Hello to
love
Melissa.
it.
Now, I've got another question for you. This comes from Sam.
Love you, Mel.
Eddie Martinez, how are you doing? But he said he's asking this question. He wants to know, what would you say is the difference between a prophet and a medium?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That is a good question.
Dang.
A prophet is what happens when you buy something at a low cost and then you sell it at a high cost.
Like Back to the Future.
The money in the middle that goes beyond what you paid and what you earned, that gap money is called a profit. We like profits, okay? A medium is the size of a shirt I have not worn since the 4th grade. That's what a medium is, and that's what a prophet is.
That's a good question, and that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, really.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the black and white answer.
Go for it.
Okay, a prophet is a messenger that speaks on behalf of God. A medium is a liar that speaks on behalf of Satan.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna say it that way because that is it's the bare naked truth.
Right.
And I think it's important to always answer questions that way.
Okay.
And then you can walk it back and explain it. But when it comes to answering something like that, I don't apologize for that answer, so I'll just say it the way it is.
Okay.
Because even if it hurts feelings, or I love you enough to tell you the truth.
Okay.
A prophet is a messenger who speaks on behalf of God. A medium is a liar who speaks on behalf of Satan.
Come on.
They can both be correct.
Ooh.
Their predictions and what they say can both be correct.
Correct.
But one is based on truth, the other is based on lie. Because a lie isn't what you say.
I like how you said they can both be correct.
They can both
You
be
didn't
correct.
say truth.
I didn't
One
say
said
true.
truth.
I
Okay.
said correct.
Did y'all catch
They
that?
can both be accurate.
Right.
When Satan calls you a sinner, he's accurate.
Yeah.
However, you're a sinner who's been made righteous by the blood of the Lamb,
on.
so you're a saint. It's an incomplete truth.
Yeah.
Whenever Satan spoke to Eve and told Eve, you're not going to die, that part wasn't true. But it was correct because after she ate, she stayed alive.
Yeah.
She didn't die. So he was correct. Then he said, your eyes will be opened. That was correct. And you'll know the difference between good and evil. That was correct.
Okay.
And you'll be like God. That was correct. Everything he said was correct. But none of it was based on truth. It was all based on deception.
Okay.
So mediums speak on behalf of the dead. They speak on behalf, they speak off premonition, but mostly mediums speak on behalf of spirits.
Yep.
They speak on behalf of the dead.
Familiar spirits.
Yes, but if you're a believer,
Come on.
there is one God, according to Ephesians chapter 4, one faith,
Yes.
one baptism,
Yes.
one Lord, one Spirit,
Yep.
who is above all
That's right.
and in all and through you all. By his authority is of that which we speak. And so
Bam.
that is the difference.
Okay.
A prophet speaks on behalf of the Lord.
Yeah.
He speaks on behalf of God.
Remind me really quickly of I wonder if it was Saul who
Went and consorted a medium.
went and consorted a medium.
Yes.
And then
To speak to Samuel.
To speak to Samuel.
And he did.
And he did. And then what
Correct.
happened?
Died, went crazy.
So we ain't messing with that.
Fell on his sword later on, died.
Yeah, literally. Because it's what we don't do.
Yeah.
So that furthers that it's accurate.
Yeah.
But it's not what the Lord has for us to do.
We don't seek that.
Right.
Because what happens is Eve never knew what she was becoming attached to when she entered into the conversation with the serpent. And what it attached her to actually ended up becoming her destruction.
Come on.
But it looked good.
Ooh,
It felt good.
Yep.
It tasted good.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good enough to share.
Yep.
And it led to her
I've
destruction.
done a whole thing on that topic, a whole preaching on that the Lord brought to, when I saw that in the scripture.
Right.
Like she justified it, she gave excuse to it, but that's a whole nother question for a
Yeah.
whole nother time, whole nother topic. That's a great answer.
But that serpent in that case would have been a medium.
Sandra, she's watching. Okay, I don't want to switch gears there, but
No,
that was
switch the
that
gears.
was an excellent response. Sandra,
Did you find the Prime Minister of Malaysia? What movie is that from?
I have no idea.
You don't know? No. Karen, do you know what movie that's
Oh
from?
my gosh.
The Prime Minister of Malaysia, Zoolander.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I see the name Malaysia,
We love you, Sandra. I sent you a text earlier, sent
Kill
you
the
a
Prime
prayer.
Minister.
I hope I didn't wake you up because I don't know what time it is in Malaysia, but we love you.
well, ask her what time it is in Malaysia.
Hey, Melissa. How
Melissa
are
Courtney,
you?
how are you
That's
doing?
another Melissa. Remember Vernon and Melissa?
Well, I'm saying hi to Melissa
Aw.
Courtney because she's on.
And I said hi to my Mel
and
too.
Isabel Rodriguez, Imelda Grisel.
Yes.
Yeah, Lisa
Lisa.
Sanchez, Adam Benitez. What's up, nephew? You ready for the gym tonight? We're going to hit that again. My nephew joined us at the gym last night.
awesome.
So excited about that. To build each other up.
I know he plays
Plays that guitar.
that guitar. He's
Writes
been
them
telling
songs.
me.
Come on to Right Now Church. We got room for you. Oh, so excited about the things happening. Now,
Okay,
this
yeah.
is not a Right Now Church
Right.
deal.
I mean, it is a Right Now Church deal.
But you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I do want to say, if you're looking for a place to worship,
okay.
this Sunday morning, I hear there's a collective happening at 10:30 a.m. at
Shameless
311
plug.
Paris
Come
Avenue.
on, let's go.
We can do that.
Okay, we can do that.
because this our show.
That's
No,
right.
we can- no, but yeah, 311 Paris Avenue, 10:30 a.m. Sunday, September the 1st. It's a soft launch.
I love
We
it.
want you to every first Sunday of the month from now to I don't know why I looked angry when I said that. Every first Sunday of the month, I did like that. If they can catch that on a still image, oh my, why is this guy angry? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited about that.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. We can't wait. So
Do you know any
10:30 a.m.
jokes?
No. I'm sure I do, but I'm awful at jokes.
I'm not gonna tell one. I was just wondering if you
Yeah,
had one
I'm
on deck.
awful at jokes. I have a bad memory of them.
Next week.
I'm gonna start coming up with some jokes.
Next week,
Be-
I want you to Google 3 jokes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And next week, I want you to deliver
Okay.
throughout the segment. And we're going to call jokes, Pastor E's I Got Jokes segment.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's it. You're breaking into comedy.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be the most terrifying thing to do.
It is Thursday in Malaysia.
It's the.
Hey, what am I
she's in the
doing
future.
tomorrow?
She's in the future.
Yeah. What am I doing tomorrow, Sandra?
love
Tell me.
it.
I want to know what I'm
That was
doing
one of
tomorrow.
my favorite things when I was in Israel, when I was
Yeah.
in Korea, when I was in Thailand.
That it was the future?
That it was the future.
Hello from the future.
Yes, I love that so much.
Yeah. The pastor's exactly how you left it. So I'm curious about one thing because I'm actually kind of been pulling back and forth on some topics lately.
Okay.
And
We have like maybe
I know.
5-ish,
Yeah, that's it
10-ish
we
minutes.
got.
Just so you know, you're like, what time do y'all come on? We come on every single Wednesday. We say 5-ish because it's like between 5 to 5:15.
between 5 and 6.
Just be ready. Yeah,
I would
5
just
and
say
6.
Between 5 and 6, we're going to be here.
Yeah, we show up.
And depending
you know?
how early we get here determines how long we stay.
It's probably the one area, where we are just like really chill and laid back about the start time. Because if you know Pastor E, I want to start on time and end on time. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool that we have some.
It's no press.
No press.
No press.
No press.
I don't think I've ever heard that before, but I liked it. It's no
Okay.
press.
No press. Okay. What was your quick question?
No, I don't remember it.
Oh, you said it was a heavy topic, maybe? You were trying to hold back on this topic?
How important is it? And I know the answer to this question, but I want you to divulge.
Okay. Is
How-
it demure?
I don't know what that
is it
means.
mindful?
I don't know why y'all say that, and I don't get it.
considerate?
Where does that come from?
So there's a
I know there's a
a
TikTok,
TikToker or
but
somebody.
where does it really come from? The word I've never heard that word.
It comes from a movie, that somebody says in the movie, and I think they were quoting a part of the movie because I found you know, I don't know if it's call it research or whatnot. Scoliosis, and I don't do very much scoliosis. Scoliosis is what Pastor Javi says when you're looking at your phone and you're like scroll.
No, scoliosis is not. Is when this happens to you. Be careful out there, Facebook and YouTube land, because this happens when you're looking at your phone and all of a sudden your back starts to arch. And then you're just like not even blinking, and you don't even hear, like you have no awareness of the outside world, and you're just, your elbow comes up and you're just in this motion, just stuck. That's called scoliosis.
Yes. Yeah, Melda said it came from a movie on a TikTok person took it and went viral. Yes. So now, but I think it's so cute because it's like the word demure, obviously, but it's how they said it. Be mindful. Let's be considerate, cutesy, demure. I think I want to use the word dapper for guys. Being dap. It means shy.
Demure means to be
shy.
That's demure.
Be demure.
Thank you, research department. We got our research department up in here.
Shout out to Dork.
And how do you say it? Do you say demure or demure?
Demure.
How do you spell it?
Demure.
You're sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Demure. But I want to use the word dapper. Anyways, where did that come from? Why are we talking about that?
Because you used it and I didn't know what it meant.
You were going to ask me a question.
I want to know how important is it to you? How important is understanding when you're going through a situation? How important is it to you to understand?
Well, I feel like I need to understand everything. I have kind of lived by my own personal feelings on, if I don't understand something, I don't like it. If I don't understand it, I don't like it. And I don't need to have it doesn't have to be my own understanding. I just have to understand, like, or let me put it this way, not my own understanding. I don't have to agree with it. I just need to understand. Like if somebody has a reason for doing something, I want to understand the why. So maybe that's more of so the feeling. So it's very important to me to understand. Obviously, there are things in life that happen that we don't understand. There are a lot of things that happen in life that God is doing that we don't understand. You know, there's perceptions that people may or may not have that we don't understand. There's timing of things that haven't transpired that we don't understand. So obviously, it's something that we have to deal with and face. But the question is how important it is for me to understand. It's very important. I want to understand it. If I don't understand it, I don't like it at first. So then I have to work out that process between me and Jesus, for real.
Do you think that your need to understand ever slows you down in whatever process God is taking you through?
No. No, because regardless of, especially if I discern that it's from the Lord, like if it's a person, maybe, because I feel like they should explain the situation. Sometimes I'm subservient to God. I'm not above God, nor am I above people, but in terms of having that conversation, like I'm at his will and I'm under his leadership, and you know, he doesn't owe me an explanation. Maybe I need to start thinking that with people. I don't know, but I want, at least if I ask him, like, I need to know if my kids or employers or teams or staff, like I want understanding. But I think with God, I'm fully aware that he's God and I'm not. And the truth is, I trust him. I trust that he knows better than me. I know that he knows more than me. I know that he's created me. I know that, and I also know that he's good, definitively good. So even when it doesn't look good, if it's not good, God's not done. And I say that all the time. If it's not good, God's not done. So I feel like he's definitively good. My situation isn't definitive because God has the last say about everything and anything. So even when I can't reconcile in my mind or my heart why something is happening the way it's happening and I don't have an understanding, then I know, then my process is probably to cry it out, talk to him, look for scripture, get counsel, you know, because at the end of the day, I think part of understanding has a little bit to do with control. And as a person who's always leading, there has to be a level of control in my life. Like I'm the one in charge. I'm the one that has to be 5 steps ahead. I'm the one that, you know, I'm going to be held accountable on a different standard with the Lord. So I think with practice and that being kind of a bit of my role, it's not my identity, but it's one of the major roles that I hold. there's a level of control that I need to be in control of the situation, a scenario. I got to be ahead. That's positive, because who wants to be with somebody who's unstable and chaotic, right? Long term. I mean, but it can be unhealthy when, I want to overtake something, and I think that's where submission comes into play. And thank God I've had enough time to practice that with Jesus, like truly. So I don't have a problem submitting to that. I don't have a problem. I don't like it all the time, if I'm being honest, but it doesn't delay me, because ultimately, like genuinely, my desire is to do only what he wants me to do. And there's more satisfaction in my heart, like to be in God's perfect will than the permissible one. Being in doing, even though it doesn't make sense all the way around me, there's so much peace knowing inside of me I'm exactly where God wants me to be, doing exactly what he wants me to do at this exact moment. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, because there's a lot of things that God does that don't make sense. Why we open up Red Seas? That don't make sense.
Yeah.
Why we're holding up suns? and why that don't make sense? Why? How do you disassociate the army and the battles of the field without even using a physical weapon and dispelling, things like, how is it that Jesus resurrected himself from the dead? Like, these are all mysteries, but I believe in him. I trust him. I love him. So that's a long, deep answer. Short answer.
No, it's a
short answer. I do want to understand all the time, because if I don't understand something, I immediately don't like it. But in my process, if it's God, I can submit to it a lot easier than when it's people. So that's real, raw, authentic.
That's good. That's a good answer.
How about you?
What? I don't understand.
You don't understand?
No, and I'm good. No, it just depends.
Do you need understanding?
It depends on if I should have control over it.
Oh, okay.
And that's always my process. Is this something I should have control over, or that God has given me authority to subdue, or is it just something in my life that exists?
Okay.
And because things exist around us all the time, and some things are put under my care to subdue, manage, and steward, and some things aren't. And if they aren't, then it doesn't mean I don't care.
Okay.
It just means I don't invest. Like, I try not to invest in it. I try not to put too much into that. And the way I find out is if I realize, hey, if I don't finish this, or if I don't figure this out, what changes in my life? And if I can't figure out the thing that's going to change, I can put it down that fast.
Really?
As fast as I picked it up, I can put it down. So, never mind.
That's
I'm
good.
walking away and forget. That's not always good, but it's kept me alive for 45. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not with the honey-do list.
What about that? Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget. Where do I know this from?
Yeah.
Match the energy.
Look at this. Pastor Javi's giving some secrets.
I always tell on myself.
Yeah.
I forever tell on me.
I love it.
Just if people take it serious or not. That's just, but I do a pretty good job of telling on
you
myself.
do.
I do a really good job.
Okay.
It's about that time.
About that time.
It's about that
That
time.
was a good comeback. It was a quick show.
Yeah.
Love it.
We'll be back next week.
Yes.
Right?
Same time
Making sure.
ish. Same place for sure ish.
Yeah, definitely be in the same spot. Definitely be in the same spot.
Anything you want to say?
I love you. Remember, it's important for you to understand and to know that you, even though you may be by yourself in a season, you're never alone. Jesus is always with you. God is always close by. He's closer than the breath that you breathe.
Yep.
If you'll just take time to call on him. God never, ever is weary of helping us.
What made you think of that? I thought you were going to be like, love you guys.
I'm going to
Till
do that
next
in a
time.
minute, but I think we forget.
Okay.
I think sometimes we forget. And I believe
That was for somebody out there. Don't
I'm
know
being
who it
led of the Lord to
Okay.
tell you you're not alone.
Amen.
Call on God and then reach out for help. And both of them are necessary. You got to call on God, and you got to tell somebody you need help. It's important. Tell someone you need help. Whenever someone helps you, it gives you evidence that God loves you.
Yes.
So, love you guys. Can't wait to see you till next week. Hey, don't forget, it's the middle of the week. It's hump day. So it's the most important day, or one of the most important days, to be the church.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, go eat ice cream.